All right, y'all. I'm back at this again. It's King JODOG. Keeping intelligently near God. Just another year older. The Oracle of God. So it's another night. I want to get at y'all. To all my reflections, peace be with y'all. You know what I'm saying? All glory, honor, praise to the Most High on the Sabbath Eve coming in. You know, on my walks through the valleys of the shadows of death every day. I have to let y'all know what it is. So, I ain't been reached out to really too much, but I see certain positive changes, but y'all don't really get the messages sometimes. Or maybe you do, I don't know. But I'm going to do as I keep on showing y'all what reality really is, and not what it is these people keep telling y'all. See, time is something you can't get back. Right? So much like somebody might want to tell me about smoking this cigarette, you know how long I've been here. You know what I'm saying? Doing what I'm doing now. Adolescent capacity before I am now King JODOG. But see, I've been speaking righteous stuff pretty much maybe even all my life if I didn't know any better. You know what I'm saying? But see, what do I have to gauge that off of? So what I want to tell y'all as I move forward is that you're going to see that, you know, what you've been fed through social media. I mean, they called it the boob tube, but just the stereotypes that they actually imprinted on you. Why do you think they have the word stereotype? And y'all don't really understand. Put this to higher levels of what it is going on around you, and you will now see what the world has become. See, I have done my soul searching for me. Now, I don't know what it is that y'all do and have done. But see, it doesn't take all that much time to do this stuff, people. This is why the sun sets and rises. This is why we have days. This is why you have the time of hours and even minutes. And this is what is going on, that you've spent none of your life thinking actually about life as God has intended it to be. See, they got y'all physically in the cage, per se. And then if you wanted to go by talking about mentally, how is it that no one has come to define what I do right now, ever? I mean, y'all can call it what you want, but this is the truth, and you're going to see everything unravel according to what I've said. Because see, God has already stated what is, and we have to just interpret what it is that he has going on in our own fashions and make our lifestyles coincide with the will of the Most High. Now, if y'all want to call that some kind of cult thing, you're a retard anyway to even think that. But see, the word was out there and I didn't invent it. I'm not doing these sick rituals. What? Sitting up here edifying the people because I understand more than you and you never knew it? Some of y'all can guess it. But see, that's the whole point. You wouldn't be around me like that. God can't keep me around stuff like, you know what I'm saying, that? How would that be? And me be blessed and chosen to do anything greater than just exist. But look, my reflections going into further in, you're going to see there's none of this physical stuff that proves that you people have anything that God did not call for, but it's a principle that we do. And it's called loyalty. And you people will find out that loyalty is something that most of y'all don't have. As far as you thinking it means what it means, it's like common sense. See, you don't know the origin of the word, of the phrase, right? So you think that it means something that is, common. And in a way it is, because that's what it is. It's common sense. And common sense was called common sense because most people didn't have righteousness in them. You see, this is the point. Even they knew it back then. And you've been fooled now. And you can go look it up for yourself because I can only speak the truth. But go find out what they first called common sense. And then see what you people exhibit. See what you're talking about for yourselves in social media and so on. Now, I could further elaborate on that. And you could talk about sports and all this other stuff. But see, one of Adam's first jobs was naming the animals. And now you people want to run around and call yourselves animals. I mean, you have to go ahead and do the math on that mentally to see how backwards this is thousands of years later from God's word, and this is what you're doing. But see, all you have to do is think about it. That's not a hard thought for me to touch. You need me to tell you what that actually represents? That you would stoop yourself to call yourself an animal? And be vain about it. Boastful, proud, destructive in other cases too, right? Like, y'all don't really understand what it is that you speak into existence, what you act into existence, in the name of what? But see, this is why I'm here to teach y'all. See, because if you never thought about it how it really should be, maybe you should. Weighs all the pros and cons of being backwards over 6,000, 10,000 or so years. Mentally. Weigh that's what you're doing today. And that's what's happening. And that's just one of the things. And you want me to sit up here and tell you that I'm a normal human being when I point this particular thought out, and that's something from my childhood? I'm not no beast. You know what image I have? The image of who? The image of what? And you think I run around here calling myself a beast? And I guess while we're at that, let's talk about another one, since the devil's already running pretty free at this point in time. Or devils, however you think you're going to want to have that said. And let me strike that out. People are not supposed to wish, so let me get that out of here. Now then, the thing is, who is this thing that y'all want to call the GOAT of the greatest of all time, as if time stands still and everybody's been here at every point in it? Another thought that only could be in the imagination of a human, but then even in the imagination of not one righteous, because you know already what you know. If you know true good, you ain't going back in time no how. The only people that want to change their history are the ones that really oppressed you. And you still ain't figured that out, talking about time traveling. And half of you want to probably time travel because you've been oppressed, and you are the children of the oppressed. See, I already know how this would probably play out for a lot of people, because what? I have thoughts too. But reality is here. And I am the one to bring it to you, as it should have been brought to you way before now. I don't know what kind of sci-fi game y'all think y'all playing out here, but it's real. The same way that most people don't check me, don't ask, don't even see the level of where I'm at. They can't. Not anymore anyway. Because these are some of my past thoughts that should have been manifested in people. Think y'all time traveling every day doing wickedness, and then want to tell me about God. Or any of the precepts thereof, like you living it. You're not. That's what TV's showing you. That's what the videos show you. What you think is going on? You ain't chopping up nothing with somebody that deals with the Most High. You dealing with the people that are doing the wickedness here. Not everybody, but some of it ain't. Look, there's no neutral in this. There's no neutral in what God has to do. There's no neutral. So this is why I be by myself like that. Y'all gonna have to get up and understand. The thoughts I'm thinking the whole world should have already been on. This is what walking in the Word of God is. You see what is, and you don't do as everything else is doing. It's a free-for-all for all these wicked spirits trying to get your money and your bodies and your souls. And y'all still playing around trying to jack all these vanities. Come on, I mean, I had to even post something earlier. Now, do you really think that Black History Month actually glorifies the Most High God in what capacity? And it's not that I'm dissing it. I'm trying to get you to see what is going on. Don't sit up here and argue to me the color of my skin. With all this death and destruction happening right now, sickness, backstabbing. And you want to sit up here and tell me about a month glorifying what people? And you're not talking about the children of God. And you think that comes first in whose mind? See, this is where I don't understand. See, people, your lower level thinking has you trying to hate on someone that doesn't even do what you do. Talking that mess. Think you're going to sit up here and explain to God Black History Month? I mean, come on, what kind of thought is that? And this is why I tell you, you're not on my level to even go there. And it's not a debate for me. I know what level things are on, and you're not on the level if you're telling me that. Because you will not be sitting up there talking about Black History Month first in front of the Most High God, and you going to heaven jacking that. And that's the whole point. Who are you talking to? See, you sitting up here bending over for humanity instead of knowing what you're doing yourself. And I'm not saying that that's a problem. It's not. But in what context did you sit up here get mad at someone telling you about the Creator? See, I already told you the world is anti-God. So in most of you people's minds, that's why when I say things, you want to criticize it because you ain't jacking God first. It is real simple. And a lot of you are going to keep falling out because of that. And that's exactly why this is what it is. Y'all people want to put the devil in the world first, and I don't know where you got God at. And now you see why the world is backwards. King J.O. the OG has spoken it, and I've told you it. And you will watch this continue falling apart until y'all do understand what it is that pieces this together. And you've been working backwards against God in most of your physical ways. Look, it's not an exact opposite principle. That's the whole point why you don't see it. You think you're progressing when you're not. And I'll touch on this more as it becomes clearer to me, but that's the whole system right there. This is why people don't jack me and I'm wiser than them, by far. This is why the world is toe up and I'm not your leader, by far. Because your leaders don't want what's best for God and you. They want what's best for them. So, love all you brothers. Stay on the precepts and meditate. I'll be back at y'all another time. King J.O. the OG, out.